Welcome to our Monday live. As always, we are here on Monday at 5 p.m. and talking immigration, answering your questions. We are live on um, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and TikTok as well. So, guys, what a crazy week we had so far. Been pretty intense week to say the least. And I think every week where we meet here on live, we have some new updates to tell you, some new information to share. Yeah, so let's get this started. Welcome everybody. Welcome Keisha, Grace, Rebecca. We have Rebecca here. Grace. Let us know also where you're tuning in from. I'm always interested to know where people are seeing the show. Um, last week we had more people were reporting that they were getting their cases approved, which is good. People were getting their green card approved without interviews. They had more of those cases. There were people getting approved without interviews, which is good. Um, on the flip side, we have more instances where people are being questioned when they travel, delayed entering. Um, we've seen more and more people get requests for evidence on the different cases that they file. So we'll talk about that as well. And we have some updates for you as well. So we'll do that later in the show. But yeah, we've got Nigeria, we've got Michigan, we've got New York, we have Florida, San Diego as well. So yeah, let us know. Welcome our TikTok friends as well. Many people are joining us here, and let me share the link if you want to join on video on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram. You can use that link. And if you want to join on video on TikTok, hey John, appreciate it. Then you can use the just request to join. All right, just request to join, and we'll get you on video. Yeah, just request to join. Line up on TikTok right here, and let's see here. Ellen is saying, I see green card holders file online without attorney for citizenship and 400. So, should you use an attorney to file your N400? Well, I mean, it depends on your case, right? It depends on your case. If you had any complications in the case, if you had any issues in the past, then you want to use an attorney. Attorney can also help you follow up with immigration, can help you prepare for the interview. Remember, you have one shot. So if you have the slightest issues in your case, I recommend at least have a consultation with an attorney. You don't have to use an attorney necessarily, but you can at least have a consultation to see. All right, let's see here. John says, I painted portraits for you and of your logo. Oh, yeah. I remember you. Oh my God, John. Yeah. You know what? I need your help again. He did a great job on the portrait. Send me a DM and I might hire you again to do a portrait for us. Hey, Shubak, appreciate you. Some people, Shubak is a former client of ours, and many people keep coming back to watch our shows, and it's good to see a lot of our clients. But yeah, John, send me a DM. I would love to use your services again because we need more art. How long prosecutor discretion and motion to reopen, dismiss proceedings VAWA approved? It depends on the district where you file. Every immigration center has a different processing. It depends on who you are dealing with. Martha is asking if we are selling the T-shirt, the logo T-shirts. You mean this T-shirt here? This this is the law firm T-shirt. This is like this is mostly for our staff. Some of our clients have that, but you can request, and we potentially could sell it. I guess I have to talk to our merch person at the office if we have enough. But if you like it, I just send me a DM. Send me a DM. Thanks, guys. A lot of people are joining right now, so yeah, drop your questions. And if you want to join me on video, guys, you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. The link is right there. Dean is asking, can I send 2 years tax returns to USCIS on form I-864? Yes, you can. You don't need to, but you can. Hey, Ethern. Info about I-751. So I-751, this is the form to remove the conditions, a question on TikTok here. And right now, these applications are taking longer. Obviously, it's taking about 4 years. And we have reports that people that are traveling and they're using the removal of conditions form, they're having issues at the airport. Sometimes they're questioning their relationship. They're questioning, so make sure you are, when you travel, you're prepared with that. Hey, my friends, can someone with asylum pending apply for the real ID in New York? This is a question from Sona. No. As far as I know, you can't. You cannot do that. Let's see here. This is on Instagram. We've got Laura. Laura on Instagram says, as a DACA recipient, can I obtain green card if I work for a nonprofit? Yes. If they sponsor you, then you can apply for green card through the nonprofit. Correct. Olive says, Olive Beauty Empire, how long does it take for a VAWA derivative under 18 to get their green card? It's taking at least 3 years right now. Why is that 130 taking so long? Is Ilya on Instagram? Because the backlog. Your lender, Steph, any advice when traveling domestic with a Mexican passport? You should be fine. Just don't talk too much to the TSA. That's what I would tell you. That's my recommendation for you. All right, let's take our first video caller, and that person is on TikTok, I think. Saniq. If you want to join a video on YouTube, I posted the link right here. Saniq.
Hey.
Hey, Saniq. Can you hear me?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you calling from, and what is your question?
I live in New Orleans.
Okay.
I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
Let me get some better light. I'm gonna go to put the video on.
All right.
So I have hold on. So I have a few questions. So I am going to file my removal of condition.
Okay.
I'm putting the documents together. My
Okay.
green card expired in August of this year, the 11th.
Okay.
Is it the right time notified? Like it's already after May 5th. That was the time I saw on the website that I could file.
So you have to file 90 days before it expires. Are you within the 90 days now?
Yeah, the 90 days would have started on the 5th of this month.
Okay. Then you're fine.
All right. So I have a few questions. All the documents have to be the same size?
You mean like when you put it in the package, does it have to be like A4 size?
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, you want to send everything in an organized way, because otherwise, they may not look at some of these documents. So make sure you put it in an organized way. Don't have like pages that are too long or bulky.
Because my birth certificate is longer than normal pages, and when I put
that's fine. That's fine. You can do that. Birth certificates is fine.
Okay. My next question is: there's a lot of pages. I bought this file jacket. The one that has parts in between them at Walmart. Can I send it in that? Plus, put it in an envelope.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
Okay. All right. Is the cost still $750?
Correct. Exactly.
There's a question on there that says.
Listen, I only allow people to ask one question. You already asked 3, So we have to give other people the chance. But like I said, I'm here every Monday.
Okay.
Okay. So come back next Monday to ask your rest of the questions.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. We gotta let other people ask the questions as well. And let's see here. We've got Rebecca and we've got Mary and Jonathan who are waiting in the queue here. Let me get Rebecca first, and then the rest of you can line up here. Now, Jonathan has a question before I take Rebecca, and the question is, if I take clients in New Hampshire, and I tell this every time I do this live, but there's probably a lot of new people here. We can help clients in all 50 states. We help clients in all 50 states. It's federal, it's federal law. I can do it in all 50 states. So if you want my help, specifically during the live, it's an opportunity for you guys to do it. Use the phone number on the screen and use that number if you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And if you're watching this on TikTok, the number is in my bio. Use that number. Text me right now from the live, or you can use this contact form at the bottom of the screen. This is specifically for TikTok audience. You can use that form. Leave your information there. The quickest way will be to text me from the number in my bio. Do it right now. It's available as you do it. And perfect. So yeah, submit this form. It's only for TikTok users, but if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, the number is on the screen, and I'll put it in the banner here, right there. So take the number and do it in the live while you're on the live. And if you're watching this on TikTok, go to my bio and send me a text. Say, hey, I see you on the live. The reason why it's important to do it on the live is first, you get priority for consultations. Second of all, you will be bumped up in the line for people who want to do the consultation. All right. So let's get Rebecca in here. And then, hi, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Where are you from and what is your question?
I am in Florida and I'm here with my boyfriend. This is Camilo.
Hi, Camilo.
My boyfriend is Colombian. I am Puerto Rican.
Okay.
We're living together.
Okay.
We would love to get married probably in a year from now, but he is waiting for a court date. I think it's in November to see if he gets an asylum. He's right now working. He's working with a work permit.
Okay.
And his fear is getting me in trouble in any way. What do you suggest?
So he is applying for asylum, right? And you, what is your status?
I am Puerto Rican. I am a USA citizen.
Okay, so you got it. So you're the one who's gonna want to help. Once you get married.
Yes.
Yeah. So he can still continue with his asylum at the moment, right?
Well, he doesn't have an asylum. He just has a work permit. He has court to see if they give him the asylum, if they continue letting him work here.
That's fine. I think usually what happens when somebody is going through that process is that, whatever happens in the hearing, you can still proceed with your marriage petition, right? Which means that if that's going to be the process, we might have to either cancel this court case at some point or update the court that he's now married to a citizen, and maybe we can change his process. How did he enter the U.S.?
¿Cómo entraste a los Estados Unidos? With the work permit.
He was legal when he entered, right?
When he came in, yes, he came in with a work permit. He has his license. He has.
No. But when he entered the U.S., how did he enter? Ask him, how did he enter?
¿Cómo tú entraste a los Estados Unidos? Legalmente, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Legalmente.
Una visa de turismo.
With a tourism visa.
Okay, very good. So he was legal when he entered. He came as a tourist, and then he applied for asylum later. Okay.
Yeah.
Which means that if you guys get married, I could switch his asylum case eventually to the green card based on marriage.
Okay.
Right. So he can continue right now with his hearing.
Okay.
But as soon as you guys get married, now we have another option to get him his green card through you.
Okay. So let's say the court happens in November, and then we get married after this court process happens. Then it just gets switched.
It's a matter of filing what is called I-130, which is the family petition based on your marriage. And once that's approved, only then we can either cancel the court case or negotiate with the government. Say, hey, now we're switching from asylum to this green card because he has a U.S. citizen wife. Does it make sense?
Okay, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's telling me as a Colombian, he does not qualify for a green card. Is that correct?
Well, he qualifies as if he marries you, it doesn't matter where he's from. He can get a green card. Right now, he's trying to get it through asylum, right? And we don't even know if that case will go through. But what I'm saying is that once you guys get married, we will have to file certain documents so we can switch the old case with this case.
I see.
And it doesn't matter if it's Colombian.
And I'm not getting in trouble, right? I'm perfectly fine.
No, if you guys have a legitimate marriage, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Right? Of course. If I can help you, just reach out.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. So remember, guys, if you are going through the immigration process, let's say you're going through asylum or TPS or any other process, and then you marry a U.S. citizen, you can switch that process, right? There's a way to do it, but it's important that you do it the right way. All right, so let's see. We have Dory is asking, are they canceling asylum interviews? Well, what's happening with the asylum cases right now is that they are, some of these cases are being closed if they don't think that you guys have a good case, right? So the courts automatically close your asylum case. That's just how they do it. But it doesn't mean that, like somebody's asking about interviews, it's the actual asylum. If it doesn't work, they will cancel it. All right, guys. Now, remember, guys, if you're watching this live, specifically on TikTok, put your name in the form that you see on the screen. It is somewhere on the screen right now. Make sure you put your name if you want to book a consultation with me, or use the number in my bio to send me a text right now. We like to work with the people who are sending the text from the live, because you get priority, because we have our team members are on the live right now waiting for you to send the text, and the number is right here on the screen. So just do it. Do it right now. Send me the text. We're going to see it. I'm going to see it on my phone as you send me the messages live. And for you guys on TikTok, we're trying this new system where we have the form, and the form is, let's see here. I'm going to pin it right now. You see the form right now, guys. You see it on the screen. Use that form. Put your name in there, and one of our team members will contact you. This is a program that TikTok gave us to use on the lives. All right, so let's see here. We've got we've got a question here from Facebook. I have a question that is, I got my green card, which has a spelling mistake. I filed Form I-90 through online. I already have my old green card case. Please, can I use my old green card to travel? I mean, I would be careful if I were you. You can use if you really have to go, but make sure you have your new application, your old green card, have everything in order. So when they question you, you can prove to them that the real name is the name that you're using on the card. Marina is asking, I've been told that people with a green card go on vacation and they can't go back. Marina is saying that. Well, remember, guys, if you have a green card, you can travel. There's no problem. The issue is that if you have a green card and you have other issues with your green card, maybe you have other problems, then you have problems to come back. But it's not all green card holders. If you travel on a green card and you have no problems, then you should be fine. Don't be scared to travel. Okay, guys. We've got here for a master hearing. Let's see here. Can the lawyer represent the person without going? Yes. So there's some cases where you can go, the lawyer can go, and you don't have to be at a hearing, but it varies from court to court, from state to state. Every court has different requirements, so you need to check with your So many of you are completing that form on the screen. That's great, because then we'll contact you at the end of the live. But Julie's asking if you want to contact me directly. Well, that's why I said to you, use the number in my bio, specifically on TikTok. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the number is right there. All right. So we've got Mr. Baba, I think, who is on the live here on YouTube. Can you hear me? All right. And then we have Anil. Anil, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. What is your question and where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, and I applied for my citizenship on October of last year.
Okay.
But I applied through like my military service, but it's kind of complicated because I was in the military, but just for like 25 days. It was like
Okay.
initial separation for medical reason. And
Okay.
when I researched about it, I think I qualify for like citizenship, but I'm not really sure because it's taking a long time to like get it processed.
Okay.
Uh, so I was just looking some like clearance on that issue.
So you had a green card, you joined the army, and then you applied for citizenship through the expedited process, right?
Yes, but I'm not in the army anymore because I got separated like within like a month for
Okay. So
medical issue.
you were only in the army for a month,
Yeah,
and then you applied for citizenship while you were there during the month, or you applied after?
after I got back home.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know if you meet the requirements because I think there is a certain amount of time that you have to be in the army to qualify for citizenship. So, yeah. I mean, again, I have to look at the facts of your file to determine. I mean, I'm telling you in general terms, you
Yeah,
need to be in the army for a little bit of time to qualify. Otherwise, anybody can just go for a month and then leave the army and then apply for citizenship. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I don't know if you qualify under the expedited. Maybe that's why it's taking so long because they're checking. They want to check your records and they want to see like why are you doing this.
Yeah. The only thing I could find is like if you serve like even a day during like period of hostilities, and we are I guess in period of hostilities since 2001, and it hasn't been like officially
Yeah.
like so that's the only thing I could
I
find.
mean,
But
remember that also a lot of these cases that you filed for citizenship to the army, they're discretionary. So they look at your case and they say, you know what, we want to give it to him or not, right? So you can argue that, and right now there's no action in your case. So I think what you should do right now, you should focus on getting them to give you an answer, like a request for evidence or something. You
right.
know, and once you get that, then you'll be able to do that. You know what I
But
mean?
let's say it gets like denied, it won't like affect me in any
No,
way.
no,
Okay.
no. If your case is denied, you can still apply in the future. It's not going to impact anything.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. All right, guys. And we have, oops, sorry about that. We have, okay, here we go. I'll get Miss Fasiku in a second, but we have some more questions here on TikTok. Can undocumented immigrants get driving license? This is from EM from Florida. In some states, they can, absolutely. My cousin won the lottery. He added surname during the entry. Surname doesn't appear in his passport. You know, that could be a problem because the green card lottery is a very, very sensitive process. And if you don't do it properly, anything can flag the case. So I don't know. I have to check. Did I restart processing the green card for SLEs already approved? Not yet. Not yet. My I-130 interview was on April 17 and it got approved April 23rd, 45 is still pending. Is it normal? Yes. Yeah. We are just in May. Give it 60 days. If after 90 days things are not moving forward, then I would make an inquiry. All right. And perfect. Now remember, guys, we have the challenge here on TikTok, the cloud hearts. And yeah, let's see some more of these hearts Perfect. I like to see it on the screen, guys. And make sure you follow me. If you're watching this now and you're on TikTok, make sure you follow my account. And if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, please follow my account as well and subscribe. All right, let's see. On Instagram, we have how do we get a green card based on employment? You need to have your employer file for you. This is from a name. Waiting for VAWA receipt for a month now. It's taking about 6 weeks. I would say 6 weeks, so that's not unusual. All right, let's take Temitayu. Temitayu, you were here last week, right?
I was here, yes.
I remember you,
Temi
yeah.
Tayo. Yes.
Temitayu, sorry.
Yes, yes. Hello again.
So,
Hello. No, you're okay. Temi,
tell me
yes,
again
Temi Tayo from,
what was your question and how do we yeah.
okay, Temi Tayo, Mansfield, Texas.
Okay.
My husband got his visa and everything. It's
Okay.
on his passport. He didn't get a packet because they told him it was an electronic visa. Is that okay, or is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Some cases they will do an electronic one where it's actually sent to his email instead of, or it's on the website where you can log,
Okay.
update. Not everybody gets the electronic, the physical one. So yeah, did you get
Yeah.
it already?
Yeah, they just put it. Yeah, it's on his passport, so he's good. He'll be here by the end of the month.
Oh,
So
amazing!
we were just
And so
curious about that. Yes.
once he gets here, he'll get his green card in about 4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks in
4
the mail.
weeks. Okay.
And that's it.
Very
Then
good.
he's gonna be able to be a green card holder, and he'll be able to. And then you're gonna bring him on the show.
Yes.
Bring him
Yes,
here.
we're
I
gonna
want to
bring him
see
on
him.
the show and we're gonna say thank you.
Here,
Yes.
and we talked about him, and now he's here.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Okay,
Yes,
thanks.
thank you.
Cheers.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Perfect. We actually had the case like this where I was talking to somebody and his wife, they were going through the fiance visa, and the fiance visa was rejected. So we talked about the show. He hired my services. We helped him with the fiance visa, and then the wife go to the US, and then he brought her on the show, and I was able to to talk to her as well. Can how can you apply for H-1B visa? This is from Mr. Kali. So to apply for the H-1B visa, you need an employer, an employer to sponsor you, or you can do a self-petition where you can open your own company and file for your own. You must have a degree. If you want to apply for the H-1B, you must have a college degree, and the employer has to pay you the salary which is required by law, which is the prevailing wage. Okay, so that's how you can apply for the H-1B visa. All right, let's see. We have another person waiting to join us on video here. And again, if you're watching this on TikTok, there's a form somewhere here at the bottom. Fill the form, leave your details, and go to my bio and text me right now from the live. So this way, and when you text me, text the word live so we know that you texted us during the live and not before or after. Okay, that means a lot to us if you do that. Let's see if we can get this person on the video here because she was waiting for a while. And yeah, I see some of these hearts on the screen. I don't see. Maybe my screen is dirty. I don't see them. Thanks a lot, whoever's joining right now. Thank you so much. Perfect. And if you're watching us right now, make sure you you follow my account. It is essential that you do that. Okay. All right. So we've got some more questions here on. Let's take this. Do you think that the visa bulletin for Table A will reach May 2016 for F1 family base by the end of the fiscal year? There is a good chance that it will happen. I do believe that it could happen for sure. I have a green card since 1989. This is a question from Fritz, and had to take care of family issues in the last 2 years. I spent about 10 months in 2023 and 10 months in 24. Will I have problems with the renewal? No, with the renewal you should be fine. But when you apply for citizenship, you got to be more mindful and spend more time inside the United States, because the more time you spend abroad, the harder it will be for you to get your paperwork. Borchel. Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate the nice comments. Yusuf, will someone's N400 be approved if they had a past, I guess, conviction? It is possible, but every case is different, guys. Every case is different. It's different. Any issues? Yazan has an interesting question. I have a mistake on my DS260, and I have notified the embassy before the interview, so I will have any problems. No. So what you got to do is, if you make any mistakes on the forms, guys, if you make mistakes on your forms, you need to notify the government before the interview starts. So if you walk in there physically, you submit an affidavit. If you send it to them in advance, they're not really going to do anything about it. I hope you're doing well. For any green card holders without any criminal record, is it safe to return to the United States? Absolutely. If you don't have any criminal records and you have a green card, you can travel easily. You're not going to have problems. It's only for people that have issues, criminal records, spending overseas too long, fraud cases. Those are the people that are going to suffer, right? And once again, if you want to know where that form is, the form is right here. I'll show it to you. You see a form right here. You're watching this on TikTok. This is the form that TikTok gave us, so you can leave your information so we can contact you before anyone else, because you're on the live. So use the form right now on the screen. Put your info in there, and one of our team members will contact you, or use the number in my bio to send me a text right now. So Jacob, you're on the live, and everybody else who's watching this on YouTube, remember, there's a reason why we meet here every single week, because you have questions, because you are worried about your case. Maybe you don't have an attorney. Maybe you have an attorney, but you're not convinced about what they're doing with your case. This is an opportunity to speak, ask questions, and book a consultation, because during a consultation is when I can give you full attention, is when I can give you exactly dive into your case. We had somebody was here on TikTok last week, and they had an issue. They were working with another attorney, and they basically they came into the country. They were waived in, right? And so the attorney said, "Listen, you're going to have to leave the country. You're going to have to apply for your green card abroad." And they're working on their waiver already. And so they came to see me for a second opinion. And I looked at the documents, and I'm like, "Listen, you were waived in. You were in the back of the car. Yes, they didn't check you, but you were waived in. And there's a special case law, the matter of Quilantan, that allows you to claim that you were waived in, so you can try to get your green card inside the United States." And so now I'm working with this guy. I'm going to try to build a case to help him stay in here, because he doesn't want to leave. He has a disabled a child and all that. So there are things that you can do when you come on the live to say, "Hey, maybe I can ask a question in a safe space and get a second opinion, because maybe my attorney is not doing what they're supposed to do. Maybe they don't have the knowledge." You know what I mean? Like, I am not an expert in appeals, like BIA appeals. That's not what we do. The other attorneys who do these Ninth Circuit appeals, all they do is write appeals. These are the experts. So I send them the appeals, and my expertise is business immigration. We do a lot of family immigration as well. We do a lot of representation of clients, renewing their green cards, citizenship cases, complex self petitions, I-140s, EB1s, entrepreneurs. That's what we do best. And so when you're watching these lives and you need help, you can just simply, if you're watching this on TikTok, fill the form or use the number in my bio, text me right now, and use the word live when you send us a text, because when you do that, you immediately get a priority to book a consultation. You immediately get a priority for us to reach out to you. And so many people got help here. Craig says, is there some truth that USCIS allowing 2-year green card holders to file N-400 earlier than the 3-year wait time? There's no truth in that because Congress can only change that. There's no truth in that. These are all. And another thing is, it is a good place to demystify myths. People are talking about, oh, this my cousin told me this and that. My uncle said this and that. There's a lot of misconception about immigration right now. And people they tend to believe things that are not true. And so just be careful. All right. All right. Let me take another video. Do you think it's worth it to file I-140 premium? This is from Mool. In most cases, yes. When you file for a green card, let's say EB2 or EB1A, you want to know sooner than later what's the result on your case. So because then we can fight, we can do all the things to be able to help you with your case. All right. I overstayed my visa and married a U.S. citizen. Is it possible to adjust my status? Of course. This is exactly why when you marry a U.S. citizen, you can adjust your status in the United States, even if you overstayed. The overstay itself is not going to be a problem. Even if you overstayed, you can still adjust your status. Thanks, Hasib. Appreciate you, my friend. We've got a lot of people here from all over the world, from Pakistan, from India. Hopefully things are going well over there, guys. All right, let's take Mr. Baba, who's patiently waiting to join us on the video here. And again, if you want to go
good evening,
video,
Jacob. Hello?
Yes. If you want to join us on video, I put the link again here. Yes.
Yes.
Where are you from? And if you have video, start your video so we can see you.
Oh, all right. I'm from New York. Hello?
Alice, I hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to know, we apply. My son is turned 21. He applied for December. We got a February, like biometric and everything. The February end of the February, I got the work permit and Social Security. At the same time, I applied my wife also. She didn't got nothing. I don't know what the reason.
So I think we talked about it last time, but the reason why is because they have different processing officers.
Oh.
Your wife's case is not necessarily handled by the same officer that is handling your case. And that's the reason. There's no problem in your case.
Oh, okay. So
right?
We have to wait until.
I told you, I think you should wait at least until probably late July.
Oh, late
and if
July.
we don't have any information by then we can take some action. We can make some inquiries. We can pressure them to take action on your case.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Borshnell has a good point. Craig might think the 90 days before the full 3 years. Correct. I agree with you guys. So the question is that if you are married to a citizen and you're eligible to apply for a green card, for citizenship, sorry, you can apply 90 days before the 3 years. And if that was your question, Craig, then absolutely, that is the answer. You can do it 90 days before. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate you. And if anybody else wants to join the live on TikTok, just you can queue in and request to join the live. And remember, guys, we have a form on the screen on TikTok. If you want to put your information in the form, it will go straight to me. It's a new feature from TikTok that we're testing. So let's see how it works. Just put your name in there. What's your name? Abika?
Yes. Hi.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. Is your video working or no?
I don't think it's working.
All right, no worries. What is your question? Tell us.
Okay, I found a marriage-based green card.
Okay.
And I was supposed to have an interview on the 17th, but
Okay.
it was cancelled/rescheduled.
Okay.
And I haven't heard anything from them. What do you think I can do?
So whenever your interview is canceled or rescheduled, the first thing we have to do is we have to contact USCIS. You contact them by phone. You speak to a second level supervisor.
Okay. On the day of the interview.
Okay.
And they told me it's scheduled. Any action they want to take, they will let me know.
I know, but now that it's been rescheduled or canceled, you need to follow up with them to find out what is going to happen with your case. So the best way to do it is by calling the main number. You have to call the main number, and then you'll be able to, get somebody to speak with you on that.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Yeah, because typically what happens is that they will reschedule your case, but if you're not going to follow up with them, if you're not going to harass them, they're not going to do what they're supposed to do. What happens if your physical permanent residency is expired? Does that change your status? Mary Perez is asking. So if your green card essentially, I literally did a YouTube video on this today, which will be posted later this week. But if you have a green card and the green card expires, you're not losing your green card status. You're still a green card holder, except that you're not able to prove your status. And as a result, you need to renew a green card because if you want to continue to work, or if you want to, specifically for travel purposes, if you don't have a renewed green card, you're going to be in trouble. Let's see here. We've got who's on Instagram here. We got Ezra. My friend won the lottery during the entry. He added the surname. Doesn't have the surname. He still hasn't done the DS260. I would fill the DS260 properly and then provide an explanation as to why it happened. That's what I would do. Jiminder is asking, I-130 was approved last week. Is there a time limit? I have to send the approval to NVC. I need to pay a fee first. There's no time limit, but the sooner you send your documents to NVC, the better it's going to be for your case, because then your file will be scheduled for an interview. If you don't do it, then it's going to take forever. Perfect. I like the fact that people are helping each other in the comments. Amazing. Making my job much easier. Alicia says, I have an I-130 approved 601, but I have a misrepresentation for DACA. Is there anything that we can file before going over for the interview? So listen to me. If you have a misrepresentation, the I-601A alone is not going to help you. The I-601A waiver, that's important for you guys to hear that if you're watching this on any platform. The 601A is going to help you only if you came here unlawfully, you overstayed, or you came illegally and you're staying here. It only cures the presence. That's all it does. If you have misrepresentation, you're going to need to have a second waiver. And I don't think it's a good idea for you to leave the US just with that one waiver. So make sure you speak with your lawyer and you study this carefully. Suman is asking, what does the processing time mean in USCIS website? Is that from start to finish? Yes, it means from the time you filed until the time you have your interview. You apply for F400 in October, biometrics in November, nothing since then. It's about 7 to 9 months in Dallas. So you're still fine. You're still fine. Let's see. What happens if your physical should I worry about one misspelling mistake in my parents' name? So once again, if you make typos, name typos, or any stuff like that, you need to update the government, because if you don't, by the time you get to your interview, by the time you get to the background checks, it's going to slow things down. Your case will not move along fast. So make sure you update it. Elvira is asking about our consultation. Okay, so anybody who needs a consultation, you're watching this live, you realize that you have access to me and to my team. So what you have to do is, and I'll do it probably again. Let me use this banner here. Okay. So if you're watching this on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, there's a number on the screen. You take this number and you text me right now. But if you're watching this on TikTok, what you're going to do is you're going to look at the bottom of your screen and you're going to see a form. That form is designed for you on TikTok only. It's unique for you. It's given to us by TikTok so you can leave your information in a secure way, leave your information on the form, and we'll contact you to book a consultation or look at your case. Or if you want for even a faster response, there's a number in my bio in TikTok. Go there, screenshot the number, and send me a text right now with the word live. Live now is what we're looking for. So then you will get the priority for a consultation. And also, I will give you 10% off your consultation. Just now I decided to give 10% off the consultation if you send me a text right now and use the phone number on the screen or the form. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Appreciate you guys. You will get that 10% off right now, and you'll get your consultation advanced before anyone else that is calling from the website or calling us from referrals. You are here on the live. You're taking the time from your day to spend with me here, and I appreciate it. And so as a result, you send me a text. And if you're watching this on TikTok, use the form as well. In addition to the text, use the form too to get a priority for a consultation with me, and including the 10%. So the form is somewhere on the screen. I don't see what you see, but it is a specific tool that TikTok is giving us on the lives, and I want you to be able to use it and tell me how it works and what you see on the other side, and we will contact you. All right, so let's here we go here. Fritz is asking, what are we charging for consultation? For you guys who are watching this on the live, they start at $150, and today, because you're watching the live, you have 10% off. Okay, here we go. Oh, I see. It's a group. Got it. If it's one of those groups that is barred, then you're gonna have trouble, and your case will be denied. Is there a link that you indicated also on YouTube? Yes, the link is. I'm gonna post that link here. Yeah, the link is always on all our videos. This is a link if for somebody who doesn't have the. I'll post it right now. It's a special link for people who wanna do the consultation. And right here, perfect. I'll post it on the screen. And let's see here. The link is this one. immigrationsap.com. Also, for those people that don't want to text, you can use that link. And for those of you on TikTok who don't want to text, use the form that you see on the screen right now. Let me link it and unlink it. Oh, I'm gonna pin it again. Here we go. It's right there on the screen. Use that if you don't want to text, but if you want to text, you can do that as well. It's up to you guys. Thanks, Brock. Appreciate it. Thanks for the hearts, the likes, all the screen. The form is on the screen. You got 10 seconds. Put your information in there, and our teams will reach out to you right now. Juana is on YouTube. And Juana, where are you from? Put your video on the screen. The link is right there. Juana, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Do you have videos? Oh, here we go. Juana,
There you
I
go.
see your face. Where are you from? What is your question? And tell us.
Hi, I am from Bellingham, Washington.
Okay.
Your team, we got them to file my husband's marital green card, and we got approved. But during our after the process, we had an incident where my husband was charged with DV domestic violence,
So let me
which
understand. So we got you guys the green card
yes,
for him, right?
yes,
We
yes,
got him the green card, all was good, and you used our firm, and then you guys living and everything's good, and then he was charged with domestic violence, right?
yes, yes.
When did this happen?
This happened around in the end of August, and
Okay,
he got approved for his green card on October, the beginning of October, I believe.
okay,
He got his approval notice, and I wanted to know, since it's a conditional green card, it's only been for 2 years. I
yeah,
wanted to know, is there any like, and so he pled guilty for a fourth degree assault instead of a DV charge.
okay.
So I wanted to know, is that would that affect him in any way if we travel outside of the states or the country?
I wouldn't travel outside of the US. With this, with what you described to me here, he should not travel right now. Green card holders are being detained for less than that. So
Okay.
for now, don't travel. Things might change
Okay.
in the future. I would also speak with a criminal attorney to see if you can get a post conviction relief. Maybe they can reduce the charge. You know, sometimes you can go and see a second opinion criminal attorney and they can reduce the charge. And I would do it if I were you.
Okay. So you
But do not
recommend
travel,
getting
don't travel right now. Not,
okay then.
you'll be detained for sure.
Okay then. And then just okay, sounds good then. Thank you for that.
Of course. And if you
Mhm.
want to help specific with that matter, just reach out to me directly.
Okay, sounds good.
Of course. Remember, guys, most green card holders have no problem to travel. Most. But some people that have convictions, old convictions, you know, certain things, even severe traffic issues, will get you flagged. Now, um, I was in a meeting a few weeks ago, and it was um, like a public forum where you have government officials and things like that that come to the meetings, and they were sharing information with the members of the legal community and other people. And you know, one of the officials there, he was representing CBP, and that person said something interesting. He said, "We have criteria. We have new criteria that will automatically flag somebody. Okay, will automatically flag somebody when they come inside the United States, whether they have a tourist visa or a work visa or a green card, right? So there are different things that they have, and their system is automatic. Maybe it's some sort of AI that they use, but it is quite effective because we've seen green card holders, we've seen people on visas that were flagged and they were questioned further. So this new system that they have will search for a lot of things, and it will go as far as your first entries to the United States. So one of my clients, he's been in the U.S. for 27 years, and he first came here as a student in 90. Myra, yes, I am absolutely. Um, And he came here as a student about 25 years ago, 99, I think, 99, 98. And while was a student, he was stopped working without authorization. And immigration detained him for 2 days. That's it. And then they released him because they realized that it was a mistake. And he had all the paperwork, they fingerprinted him and all that. Now he went traveling a few weeks ago. He came back and he was sent to secondary inspection. And they kept him there for 7 hours. And they brought up that incident because that was flagged in the system, right? Which means they have some new ways to determine who they're going to stop or who they're not going to stop, right? So the question is, what happened? You were detained by ICE, you worked illegally, were you removed, were you deported? He said, no, nothing happened. It was a mistake. I was released. But that incident 25 years ago was picked up in the new system that ICE has right now, and at the port of entry. So you got to be aware that look inside of your, think of your immigration history and think what could trigger them? Thanks a lot, my friend. What can trigger the government to search for you? Ak is asking, will I be detained? I had a DUI back in 2021. If you have a green card, you will be detained at the entry if you travel now. Now, that might change. The travel might change maybe in, maybe in June or July. Maybe they'll change the way they do stuff. But right now, if you have a green card and you will travel, you will be detained. All right, let's take another video call on here. And we have Samira, I believe, who is joining us on TikTok for the video. But you guys can also join here on YouTube. If you want to join, the link is on the screen. You can do that right now. And
hello,
yeah, I can hear it. What is your name and where are you from? And this is the link on the screen, by the way, to request consultation. It's on the screen here. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Tell me where you're from and what is your question.
Yes, I'm from Pakistan.
Okay.
I live in the USA, in
Okay.
America.
All right.
My husband had his interview in Dubai,
Okay.
April 7th. The only issue is that he had his interview and they took his passport. They took his passport. They said there's no reason why he shouldn't get his visa.
Yeah. Okay.
So they a week later they resend back the passport with his with a sheet of paper saying
Okay.
administrative processing. The only thing listed that he needed any additional document was passport. That's the only thing we see on the paper and
Yeah.
on the website.
Okay.
So I want to know what is the next step. What should I do?
Okay. So they requested this, and did you submit it? What they requested?
Because I'm talking to the person who's dealing with my case right now. So
Okay.
he said he wanted to double check everything, make sure everything was good before
Yeah.
we can resubmit the passport.
I would definitely have a double check it, because once you send it, it's like a black hole. You know what I mean? And you have to really follow the instructions of exactly what they're asking you to do. Because sometimes if you miss one thing, it can delay your entire case.
Yeah, because that's the only thing they said was the passport. So we were confused why they would send a paper back with the passport, requesting the passport again.
Well, it can happen for a few reasons. Sometimes in their background check, they need to verify a particular document again. It seems like that's the case with you guys, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I would jump on it as soon as possible. Give them what they need so they can release your case.
And what should I do next if it's still stuck in? And how long would that take?
If it's stuck afterwards, then there's a way to make an inquiry. Reach out to me. Like I said, use the number in my bio or the form that you see on the screen, and I'll help you. If it doesn't get resolved by you contacting them.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Absolutely. Sometimes, guys, we gotta put pressure on these guys. Right now, what we're doing is we have a lot of people that are stuck. Their citizenship cases, they had an interview that they didn't get a result. Their green cards are pending beyond regular processing times. We have a lot of clients that filed for EB-5 cases and they don't have results. So we are putting together a division in my office, a mandamus, where we're suing the government, right? We've done already in the last year, we have over 20 cases that were filed, and over 80% of those cases are now resolved. So mandamus is working. So if you're watching this and your case is stuck, we need to discuss mandamus, because in 60 days, we can unclog your case. It's that good, right? So once again, let's do this, a mandamus call right now. For people who are watching this and you're stuck with your immigration case beyond processing times, you have to be pending for a while. I would say over a year and a half in most cases, unless you're applying for citizenship. So right now on the screen, there's a number. If you are specifically interested in mandamus, your case is stuck and you want to sue the government just to move your case forward, now is the time to do it. Text me and use the word mandamus. If you're watching this on TikTok, the number is in my bio. Text the word mandamus or visa help, will know that you need help to unclog your case. Divine, oh my God, thank you so much. You've been using our office. I appreciate it for years. Join me on the live. Let me talk to you on live. Join on the live, Divine. Just request to join, and I'd love to talk to you on the video so you can share your experience with my office. Um, Leslie, would there be a reason my dad's lawyer submitted a VAWA case instead of using my brother's military? I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know how to use the parole in place. VAWA is taking longer than parole in place. I would, Leslie, I would do a second opinion. That's why you're on the live. That's again, guys. The beautiful thing about the live is that you have going through issues. You're working with paralegals, maybe less experienced lawyers, and this is an opportunity to question, say, hey, is this the right thing? Why is this lawyer filing VAWA for you where they can use the military case, which is much faster? I don't know why, but that's why we're doing the second opinion, where you can use the form at the bottom or send me a text. The number's in my bio right now. We love getting those text messages because once you send me a text, I see it on my phone. I see those notifications. So do the text right now so I can see it on my phone, and we can schedule you for a quicker consultation or use the TikTok form in the bio. But Divine, yeah, join me on the video because I would love to talk to you and you can share your experience with the team. So you can request me and request to join the live, and I will join and I will add you. Divine Naples, join me now on the live so we can talk to you, and I would love to interview you. And those of you watching on YouTube, see here, there you go. Those of you watching on YouTube, I'm applying for 751 and I have a misdemeanor, but it's dismissed, and I didn't plead guilty. Do you think this will have consequences on the results? I think it will definitely have some consequences. I don't know how severe it is. I'll need to review your case to determine that, but it definitely will have. What is Form I-290B and what is the legal fee? I don't know what the legal fee is, but the form is designed to, you can file an appeal on your case. You use this for motion to reconsider, and that's what I would use this form for. Shiblas is asking, can I lose my green card if I breach an employment contract with the sponsor, and what will be the legal length for the contract? Now, remember, guys, most of these employment contracts are not enforceable. They're not enforceable because most states have employment at will. But many people who sponsor you for a green card or a work visa, they make you sign a contract saying that if you're going to leave my employment, you have to pay me money. Most of these contracts are not enforceable. And I've seen many of those, and they're not enforceable. A lot of nurses are being subject to these contracts, so be careful. But I'll be happy to look at it if you need. Any news about I-94s being? What are the odds of being paroled in place, approved with 20 years punishment? So you have a 20-year bar and you have parole in place. You'll get your parole in place. The question is, will you be able to get your green card? That's a different story. Let's get Vinny, who is waiting patiently here. Vinny, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hey, I'm from Northern Virginia.
Okay.
For my brothers and sisters back in 2006 when I become citizen.
Okay.
And everybody got approved, but my one brother, his eldest son, he's my elder brother. His eldest son,
Okay.
he didn't get visa.
Okay.
Our DS in June 2020 we did DS 260, and then the priority date was moving, but then in September or October, when the fiscal year for the State Department started,
Okay.
almost 2.5 years. He didn't get a visa. He didn't get he said you are aged out. So based on the CSPA Act, huh?
So you think that he aged out? Vinny?
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear, but you're a little bit frozen.
Yeah, so based on the CSPA, act that Congress passed in 2022 or 2023, he's
Yeah.
eligible, but the consular office is, they said no, you are not qualified.
Well, they're probably running the test of the CSPA and they don't believe he's qualified. So what we need to do is we have to look and see if he's qualified, prepare a legal memo, submit it to the consulate. If they still refuse it, you have the right to do what is called a legal opinion with the legal net, which is the legal division of the State Department, and you can question the consulate's decision with the legal arguments that you can show that he qualifies. That's what I would do.
The legal net, legal net said the post decision is final, because legal net, I reached out to State Department.
You did reach out to them, right? You did reach out. You did reach out to legal. Okay.
Legal net said we are not pictured. The post, what are the post? It means, Mumbai Post says saying these are the, their decision is final, and they are not, CSP based on this, we very, I use the formula because State Department Foreign Affairs Manual, they're still using the chart B, so they're still saying no.
What I'm trying to say to you is that if they don't want it and they have discretion not to accept it, there's very little things you can do, because you can't force the consulate to do it if they don't want to do it. Okay. They have that power. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So USCIS and consular both have a different formula. USCIS is using chart A, and consular affairs are using chart B.
Correct. You know why? Because the consular affairs, they're using the chart of the final action dates, which is the chart that controls the green card deadlines, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Because USCIS, they have a different way to do it, because this relative is not in the US. He's in India.
Yes.
So if he's in India, you have to go with a different chart, not the one that USCIS is.
But for 2.5 years, the entire US was closed. Every global pandemic, the embassy was closed. So that's why priority date wasn't moving. As soon as it moved, because we were 11 days apart from the interview, and that 11 day did not move for almost 3 years. And then, in November 2023, they got the letter. They went there. They got everything done. My medical, they said, no, your son is not qualified. Younger ones, came here fine. Everybody has green card, but he's the only one stuck there.
No, I understand what you mean.
So the 2.5 year embassy was closed.
Right. What I'm trying to say is that there's really nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. Because once they don't want to do it, nobody can force them to do it. Does
Even
it make
though
sense?
for almost 3 years, the consular across the globe was closed.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because many people were in the same situation. Many people suffered because of COVID, right? And those people, they're not going to give them back their time.
Oh.
Does it make sense? I mean, it's a broken
but
system.
The CSPA, usually, yeah.
What is it?
The CSPA, says that date visa, date, visa, date available, right?
Correct.
And they are not considering it.
I mean, like I said, it's one of those things where they have the discretion not to consider it if they don't want to. And you tried LegalNet, which is the right way to go. And if they still supporting the embassy, then what else can you do?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you know what I mean? Your connection is not Vinny. Your connection is not good. I can't hear you. It's cutting you off. So if you can hear me still, Vinny, please send me a direct message so we can so I can let me bring you back for a second. Winnie, your connection is very bad. It's shaking. It's kicking you in and out for some reason. Can you hear me? Vinny? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. So just send me a message Yeah, just send me a message, okay? Send me a message, and I will talk to you one-on-one, okay? Can you hear me? Just send me a message. Use this number, and I'll talk to you one-on-one because I can't hear you, okay? All right. All right, so with this, we are ending our live stream on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram, but we are still streaming on TikTok because we always stay a little bit longer on TikTok because we have more questions to answer. And George may, oh yeah, of course, I'll say hi to Anna. We have quite a few clients here who are with us in the live. So let's say goodbye to our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook viewers. If you are interested in booking a consultation, you can use the number on my screen right now, which I'll put it back right now. Use this number on the screen. Send me a text right now before we end the live. Secure your 10% discount on your consultation and also priority to speak with me. We'll be back here again next Monday at 5 p.m. Always here, 5 p.m. The best live show on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok, answering your questions and giving you the power to get second opinions and also to take action on your immigration, because there's no point to be scared, guys. Now is the time to file your case. Immigration is still working. They're still processing cases, and they're doing it really fast. So waiting is not the solution. Taking action is the way to go, and that's what we do here. All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you next week, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And